Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of Don't Be a Loser. We will go over 5 of the latest relationship related comments. Remember, a loser is someone who simply gives up on love and lives miserable forever, in denial, pretending to be happy. Let us begin, shall we? All right. Traditional marriage is the last legal form of slavery left. That's why a certain subset of people are really mad that women aren't signing up for it. Okay, that's quite a ridiculous thing to say, if you'd ask me. Sounds mighty ridiculous. It actually sounds like this person is the only one who's mad. Anyone stuck in a bad marriage has only themselves to blame. The warning signs were always there, especially before saying yes to marriage. But, too many people simply don't get fully, they don't get to know their partner fully before they say yes to marriage. So that's why marriage has a bad rap, because people don't want to accept responsibility for the decisions that they make leading up to marriage and then finally saying, yes, I do, when they really should say, no, I don't think we should get married because we're not compatible. We don't have what it takes to make it work, yada, yada. But that's just what happens. So traditional marriage is the last it's not slavery. That's, you already know what I'm going to call this comment. Let's go ahead and label the loser sticker here, because that's just something a loser would say. Marriage can be the most beautiful thing in your life. It's supposed to be. Just like anything that you succeed in. When you reach the top, that's the goal. But since so many people fail because they don't wise up, they don't learn from others who are successful, such as myself, for example, they don't listen. So then they say, okay, I'm going to do it my way. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But if you failed already in relationships or in your marriage, don't blame marriage. You only have yourself to blame. You had all the freedom to choose who you wanted to marry. Nobody forced you unless it was an arranged marriage, which I highly doubt. Last time I checked, you see, that's what makes it so insane, is that people have the freedom to choose who they want to marry, and then they complain when it doesn't work out. Okay, it didn't work out. Move on. Oh, I'm too tired. I don't want to move on. I don't want to start all over. That's your choice. But you can't blame the idea of marriage, because all marriage is a legal contract that represents the bonding of two people forever. You don't need a contract to prove it that you guys are in love forever. But it's official. People respect people who are married. I think Vin Diesel, by the way, famous celebrity, Fast and the Furious. People are guessing if he's married, and he's been with this one woman for like what, 14 years or so. But yeah, I mean, I support him if he's not married. You don't have to get married, in my opinion. But you can't blame the idea of marriage to people forever, because that's where people really make it convoluted. They start associating marriage with two people falling in love together forever. And they say, no, that's not possible because look at how many divorces there are. Well, duh. There's always going to be divorces. But even if marriage was never created, there's always going to be breakups. It just doesn't work. What's wrong with that? It's like anything else. Not everybody can win a gold medal in the Olympics. Do you want to win the gold medal in the realm of love? That's up to you. How hard you train, how wise you are, your partner, how good they are too. Let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Because there's not much else to say about this. It's something a loser would say. No, it's not slavery. Marriage is not slavery. If it feels that way, well, you're with the wrong person. And half of that decision's on you. Accept responsibility for yourself. I just saw a man write, hi, ladies. Did you know saying no to a married man, or man, I think they wanted to say here, actually saves another woman's marriage? Let's try instead, hi, men. Did you know saying no to all other women then the one you married actually saves your own marriage. There, fixed it. What exactly did you fix? I mean, how about saying no to cheating is all one needs to do? How about why do people have to perform such mental gymnastics with such a simple concept? I mean, obviously saying no will save both the man and woman who are married. This comment is like scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to emphasize one gender over the other. So a guy says this, no, it saves a woman. And then the woman wants to put more emphasis on, no, it saves the marriage. It really doesn't, you didn't fix anything. They both mean the same thing. Because the first guy is saying a woman's marriage. Okay, it doesn't matter if he says woman's or man's, it doesn't matter. It's the marriage. And then there you go saying marriage too, your own marriage. You're saying the same thing. Context, why are we splitting hairs here? There, fixed it. It's not even a fair comment. This is more on the loser side, so boom. I'm going to slap a loser sticker because you didn't fix anything. Just nothing at all, honestly. And, people want to run around thinking that they're fixing things. And look how long it probably took to write that comment, you know, with punctuation marks and everything. It's just really a sad world where you see these things, the gender war. They have to say, no, it doesn't save the woman's marriage. It saves your marriage. Like, it's just, and then one person saying, saying no to a married man and then saying no to all other women. It, the gender war is so ridiculous. Like, only fools, only losers participate. So yeah, okay, let's go ahead and move on because wow, it's like we're in. I can't even say elementary school because kids wouldn't say those things. Supposed to be fully grown adults here, but it doesn't appear like it. So next comment. You know what's wild? Everybody wants to talk about the guy who cheated, the woman who gave up, or how hard dating is these days. But when someone talks about love, real love, nobody wants to engage. Wow. Let me say this loud for the ones in the back. I'm 40 plus, been married 16 years with my husband for 21 total. And yes, I'm happy, genuinely happy. That's awesome. This is absolutely true. These days we are drowning in an ocean of losers. They don't want to talk about love when it works. They sure do want to talk about it when it fails. You know, that's like talking about football teams that lost and you never talk about the winners. No, we don't care about who won the championship. We just want to talk about all the teams that lost. Does that make sense? No, everybody talks about the winners because they aspire to be a winner in life. They can relate to that struggle, to win that trophy, to accomplish something that's very difficult. People putting down the natural beauty of a successful, happy marriage. They do it all the time these days. A lot of people. It's because these are lazy, impatient, selfish, and jealous people. Everyone has the ability to succeed with love. But once these people don't succeed, they say, oh, well, I don't care about love and marriage, and I don't care about those who succeed. I don't want to learn anything. I just want to whine and complain 24/7 for the rest of my life. That's a loser. But this comment, on the other hand, congratulations. This is a winning comment. Bravo. Absolutely. You see, there's an example. And when people see an example of a relationship that's working for so many years, nobody wants to comment. Yeah, well, good for you. The jealousy and the envy start flooding in. So, there's a lot of toxic men and women out there who are addicted to negativity. And they don't want to see others succeed. And when others succeed, they don't want to learn from them. They don't pick their brain a little bit. Hey, how did you get your relationship to work? It reminds me of when you're in school, you ask your partner next to you, your fellow student, hey, what did you do for number two? I don't know how to solve it. And the teacher's busy helping somebody else. Help your fellow classmate. Oh, I don't want to ask this nerd over here because he looks geeky. Do you care about what you're trying to learn in class, or you care about the look of the class and who's cool and who's not. Priorities, people. Seriously. That's why we have tutors in school to teach you how to do better in class. Well, marriage is no different. Learn from the experts, learn from the people whose marriages are working, or from myself. I'm trying to teach people out there, hey, this is how it works. And then when it works, you don't have to thank me, thank yourself. I mean, how selfless is that? Let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Yeah, it's not popular, unfortunately, to talk about success. And, people would rather just complain. They're stuck with the drama. It's insanity. It really is. Combining menopause, ADHD, that's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and years of keeping our marriage together with hope and duct tape is not going well. Send more duct tape, please. Well, all right. Well, this person needs to head over to my website, payhip.com/perfect soulmate. Seriously. She really needs to help herself by learning how to handle the natural process of aging gracefully. That's what she's complaining about. I mean, first of all, stop using tape. Start learning how to be wise and intelligent and fix the problematic situations, right? Okay, menopause. Who cares? Make sure it's a healthy menopause. You have premenopause, perimenopause, postmenopause. Go through it with your partner, and they should be very understanding and supportive with you. It shouldn't be bad, right? I mean, if you're healthy, taking care of yourself, and ADHD, well, you can work on that too. Your partner can help you out too, and also seek professional help, and depending on how severe it is. Okay, so years of keeping our marriage together with hope. Well, it depends what you're hoping for. And tape, what are you trying to cover up? You're supposed to address the problems and solve them. Problem solving, not trouble making, right? You're just making a bad situation worse by putting tape on it. And once again, that's something a loser would do, right? Ignore the problem, just tape it up because it worked last time. Yeah, temporarily, but you're not making permanent solutions, are you? So send more duct tape, please. This is a loser's attitude. Just complaining. Now, there's no wisdom or intelligence, so yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not even a fair statement. It's just promoting people giving up. Like, hey, I'm suffering with my marriage. Send more tape, please. I'm sorry. This is a loser's comment. There's nothing productive about it. I mean, it could be funny if she made it into a joke, but she didn't. Okay, well, complain about menopause. Just complain, right? And slap it in social media. Hey, right, women? Right, guys? It's just so unproductive. I can't help but to slap a loser sticker on this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the last comment of the show. Men aren't avoiding marriage, they're avoiding divorce. Oh, great. This is absolutely pathetic, this one right here. These people want marriage to be easy to the point where they don't have to do anything to make their marriage work. Everything in life requires effort. That's what these people don't understand. Marriage is no different. Success depends on you and your partner. So you better choose the correct partner who's willing to go not only the distance, but above and beyond. Are you prepared to go above and beyond for the rest of your life with this person? Because if the answer is, I don't know, we'll see. Well, then you're playing the slot machine, aren't you? Just pull that lever and see what happens. You think you're going to get a 777. You think you're going to win the slot machine, the jackpot. Not with that type of attitude. And look at this. Capitalizing men, avoiding marriage, avoiding divorce. That's like an Olympic athlete saying, if I just avoid practicing to try to win that gold medal, I can avoid winning the gold medal. Wow. Genius. You know what? Just don't practice. And you know what? You don't need to earn the gold medal because, if you just don't practice, then you don't have to worry about the medal. Then why are you in gymnastics? Okay, well, do it on your personal time, but don't compete, right? Nobody's competing in marriage. You're the one who gets to choose the partner that you want to be with. like I said before. This one is a no-brainer. This one is absolutely a loser's comment. This is something exactly what a loser would say. And there's men and women who are losers. It's just an infestation these days. They don't want to do anything. I mean, just, hey, avoid having kids and you don't have to be a parent. What kind of stupid logic is this, right? I have to use the word stupid because it stupefies the mind. They're trying to degrade everybody's level of intelligence down to zero. Hey, what's the point of living? Let's just crawl into the casket, Just why even live? Why even try to do anything? Why try to win at anything? You just give up, right? Men aren't, avoiding marriage, they're avoiding divorce. I mean, just that makes absolutely no sense. And then people are gonna be, all the hurt people out there are gonna be, yeah, she's right, yeah, okay, what are you cheering? Can you stop and ask yourself, like, what are you actually cheering for? The fact that you lost in the realm of love when you could be winning and happy, because that's the only path to happiness is a happy marriage, a happy relationship, a happy lifelong relationship. It's not through movies and games and dating a bunch of losers who are losers, but hey, satisfaction, right? All right, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? It's just, it's unbelievable, but you got to believe it because that's the reality for a lot of people these days. People get lazier, they get more impatient. That's why there's this ADHD epidemic. It's just impatience. So if you have a comment that you would like for me to go over on this show, put it down in the comment section down below. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Coach Ben's Don't Be a Loser. Until next time, much love, everybody.